Hello, my lovely Wolfpack, and welcome back to another episode of WolfPack Reacts, brought to you by WolfPack Media, the most entertaining place on YouTube for your news and commentary. I'm your host, Justin Huseman, founder and news contributor. We have a great show today, and I cannot wait to get started, but before we do, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with literally everyone that you know, and join the pack today. Alright, well guys, it's been a pretty slow news week here in the States anyway, so today we're going to be taking a look at the UK. Now, I don't usually report on international news, but today's video we're going to be reacting to is brought to us by independent journalist Nick Shirley. Nick went to London to join hundreds of thousands of people who yesterday took to the streets to march in protest of their government. So there's like no freedom of speech at all. They have unvetted immigration and mass surveillance in the UK. Over 12,000 people have been arrested because of social media posts. Keir Starmer banned 10 or more journalists from entering the UK for this march, and it's now reported that a young man bled to death after being stabbed by a Sky man who claimed he was a racist to the police. Now, so the water's been boiling over in the UK for a long time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this video. Alright guys, let's go ahead and we'll hit play on this.
They've imported hostile, violent men into our communities, and then they've tried to smear us as racists or extremists for wanting protection of our women.
This is the revolt. This is the peasants revolting.
He needs to stop branding hard-working Brits as far right. We just want to be heard, and he's ignoring us.
At the end of the day, do you think a civil war is inevitable here?
Yeah, it's been going on for years. I don't recognise my country no more. Keir Starmer is like an actual traitor.
Today we're here in the streets of London. We have the Big Ben right behind us here today, and today it's set to be one of the biggest marches in the history of the United Kingdom. Hundreds of thousands of people are set to come in from all across the United Kingdom to come into the streets of London today. Right now, over 4,000 police officers have been employed into London, and they're using new facial recognition cameras to track who comes in and out of the protest. That is something that has never happened before, and at all the major stations like King's Cross, they have new cameras that have facial recognitions, and they're tracking quite literally everyone that comes into this protest. And they have even banned journalists from entering into the United Kingdom to cover this event. Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, has been outspoken against those that are attending this march, saying that this march is led by convicted thugs and people that are spreading division and hate here inside the United Kingdom. He called it racist, actually.
Tomorrow's march in London is a reminder of what we're up against in the battle of our values. The organisers, including convicted thugs and racists, are peddling hatred and division. Plain and simple.
So today we're going to be speaking with everyone here in the streets of London.
Plain and simple, he says. These people are racist. Like, dude, you just called hundreds of thousands of native-born Brits racist. Like, where the fuck does this guy get off, dude? Like, where, this Keir Starmer guy, I don't know how to pronounce it, whatever. Don't care. Sounds like some freaking Sick Heil shit to me. But, dude, I don't understand where this guy, like, thinks that he gets off. Just, like, you guys are all racist. All hundreds of thousands of people that attended this march, they're all racist, huh? They're all racist. That's the problem. That's the hill you're gonna fucking die on, dude. Stupid, man. No wonder his party just lost huge. Like, it lost like a motherfucker over there in the UK. His party did. That's why he's not gonna be prime minister for much longer, I don't think. With messages like that, it's like, no shit, Sherlock. He really thought that's the message that he wants to die on, dude. That's the message that he wants to put out to, what, not, like, disencourage people to not go out and protest? Like, fuck you, dude. UK, you guys, man, you people and you British people, I feel for you. I really do. But you have to take your country back. Let's keep watching here.
See what's going on and what they have to say about what they are fighting for, as this is called the Unite the West March here in the streets of London. How do you guys feel about what your Prime Minister said about those that attend this march today?
He's a disgrace. He's an absolute disgrace. So he is. I'm not far right. Don't have a criminal record. I'm a pensioner. I fear for my grandchildren.
And what do you fear for your grandchildren?
Because of all the illegal immigrants that's coming here and they're getting everything going. I have 2 sons, can't even get on the property market.
And why do you think Keir Starmer would call people like you racist for attending this march?
Because he's frightened. He's frightened. He's on his way out anyway, and the sooner the better.
Your message to Keir Starmer?
Resign for the country's good.
That's what I'm saying. He's on his way out anyway, guys. Like, screw that guy. For real.
Tyrant.
He's calling you guys racist for being out here today.
Well, he's full of shit, as we all know.
Now we've made it here to the start of the march. You can hear the chants already. Everyone's yelling, Keir Starmer is a wanker. Look at this, thousands of people in the streets right now, all chanting, Keir Starmer is a wanker. We have Keir Starmer on top of a penis right now.
How you doing?
How are you doing? Keir Starmer on top of a wiener.
He's a wiener.
Do you feel like this is the Great Britain you grew up in?
No. Do you think it's a Great Britain we grew up in? No. Not so great now.
We're an embarrassment to the world, what this government's doing.
What do you guys think about Keir Starmer blocking journalists from coming into the United Kingdom?
It's disgusting, isn't it? Yeah, it's only for one thing, because they say things you don't like. They say things Keir Starmer don't like, he likes to block you. I'm surprised you managed to sneak through, to be fair, mate. I've just been watching you in Cuba.
I'm a bit surprised as well that they let me in.
I don't know, you managed to sneak
through. And how
through.
Come you think here they're attacking freedom of speech?
Well, I know why. It's because they've got their own narrative, haven't they? I mean, I don't go all into it, but it all stems from after the war. They started implementing all these systems of anti-racism, and it just come to a point now where a white man's not listened to. It's not about black or white, but native people are just not listened to in the country anymore. And it's just, put it this way, there's a Sikh guy stabbed a white kid the other day, and the police arrested the white kid because the Sikh guy said he said something racist. They handcuffed him, he sat on the floor, bled out and died a couple of days ago. Somebody Novak, his name is, young college kid, look it up, mate.
And what brings you guys out here today?
Wow, you know what it's like, mate. It's tyranny in this country, absolute diabolical.
Yeah, I encourage you guys to go look up that story too. We might do a video on it. I'm not sure yet, but like I said, we don't really do too much we don't do too much, you know, we don't do too much international news here, so who knows? We might do a video on it though. If next week is another slow news week, then we might do it. I mean, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do a video on that boy who got stabbed in London.
Against us English.
Future, my friend. You can't keep pouring one country into this one, expecting it's going to turn out. They've got different cultures, different ideologies, and different ways of living. We want to keep our culture. I've got a granddaughter. When in 30 years' time, when she grows up, I want to.
And that's where I can kind of relate here as an American, that, like, yeah, dude, it's not about your race, dude. It's about culture. It's about American culture. It's about British culture, Western culture as a whole. I don't care if you're white, black, or purple, man. I don't care if you're the freaking giant purple people eater, you know? I want to reserve my culture, whether it's because American culture and British culture and Western civilization, our culture is not a white or black or Hispanic culture. That's not, our culture isn't based on race. I think it's incredibly silly and asinine to even make your culture about your skin color. That's stupid. But it's more geographical, I guess. Culture is more geographical than it is about race, in my opinion, anyway. Like I said, I don't know. Let me. I'm not an expert. I'm just a fucking guy that, you know, complains on the internet. So, but let me know what you guys think. Where does culture really stem from? Is it more geographical, or are you one of those libtards that think that it's based on race? Because I just don't think, I can't see how culture, especially here in the West, how it could have anything to do with race. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with, like I said, it's of my opinion that it's more about your geographical location, to be really honest. But also the soul, of your country, the foundations of, the kind of world that we grow up in. Anyway, let's keep watching.
I recognise the England I was born in, and if we keep pouring into this country, there's going to be nothing left.
In what ways is the England that you grew up in different than the England that your grandchildren are growing up in?
Because we keep pouring in these different cultures, these different religions into this country, and we've seen how the Islam goes. You spread Islam across the world, you spread Islam across Europe. It destroys everything on its path, on its way. I've got nothing against refugees coming in, as long as they're vetted, and we understand who they are and what they are. Come and respect our culture, come and respect our people. That's all we ask.
And Keir Starmer has called the organizers of the event thugs and racist, and has said that you guys are pushing division and hate here inside the country.
Keir Starmer shouldn't even be there. He's hanging on by a thread, and he knows he is. It's his last chance for his last chance to stand against us people. He's been calling us far right fascists and Nazis. Can you see any far right fascists and Nazis around here? I see grandparents, I see parents, I see soldiers, I see everyone else. It's my grandson. We're not far right, we're not fascists, we're not Nazis, we're just people who want a future for this country, and that's all we're after.
And do you think you'll ever get to the point here where people have to actually defend the country and bear up arms?
Yeah, because nobody's listening to anybody. They're just doing what they want to do. They're not asking us what we want.
The video might glitch a little bit throughout this. Oh, come on.
What are you doing, sir?
I'm alright. I'm here for the love of Christ.
The march has officially begun. Tommy is right behind us now, leading the march. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are out here in the streets of London. Here we go.
Let me pray for you quickly. Heavenly Father, thank you for this man. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for blessing him and keeping him, and continue to bless him and cover him. Always, in Jesus' precious name, amen.
Amen. There we go. People in the streets of Britain praying for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. We got people out there praying for Nick. I pray for Nick all the time, because that man is in danger. That man lives in the danger zone. And shout out to you, Nick Shirley. You are one of the bravest young men I've ever seen in my life, to be really honest. He's out there. He lives his entire life, his entire career is nothing but in the danger zone. Danger zone.
Oh my God! Take your photo!
People in London.
Come here, quick! Yes!
And ma'am, they are calling people like you a racist for being out here today.
I was an NHS worker. I worked for the NHS.
National Health Service.
I was a medical emergency nursing assistant. I lost my...
Throughout the damn video, it's gonna be... see if I can fix it. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
If not millions of people are out here in the streets of London. Here we go.
Let me pray for you quickly. Heavenly Father, thank you for this man. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for blessing him and keeping him, and continue to bless him and cover him in all ways. In Jesus' precious name, amen.
Amen. There we go. People in the streets of Britain praying for me.
Oh my God!
Bless him, Nick. Bless Nick Shirley. No, it's still fucking jacking out. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. This is what we get here. Wolfpack Media.
Photo! People in London. Come here, quick! Yes!
And ma'am, they are calling people like you a racist for being out here today.
I was an NHS worker. I worked for the NHS. I was a medical emergency nursing assistant. I lost my job for showing a post from the government website how much asylum seekers get when they come to the UK. I was sacked for gross misconduct straight away. Never had a complaint about me ever in my life. So I'm here to support my nurses.
So you've been attacked by the government for speaking out against mass immigration?
Yes, I was a NHS nursing assistant. I was a medical
political emergency, and I lost my job through freedom to speak, and I'm going to be here. I'm going to show freedom to speak in the UK, and we're going to show it today.
So you have the march coming from right here, and then you have a whole nother group of people, a whole nother sea of people meeting up right here. Very well could be 1 million plus people here in the streets of London today.
That's a lot.
You have the police on the outskirts of the march, and check this out. They have these cameras right here surveilling each and every single one of the protesters. See those cameras right there? They use those to survey the people, and then they have the body cameras as well. So they have those cameras right there for any evidence or any footage that they may need.
Yeah, they're trying to get those cameras over here, and I'm like, fuck that, guys. Mass surveillance in the UK, dude. Even, like I said, and I'm sure Nick will bring it up in the video, but there's also reports that Keir Starmer was trying to, like, keep journalists, like, banning them from coming and reporting on this particular march. Like, he did everything he could, it seems like. He put out an ad, freaking, he's banning journalists from coming and reporting on it. Like, it seems like the Prime Minister did everything in his power to stop, like, this from happening. But the people of the UK are the uniting the West, man. Let's go. I love British people, so I think British people are cool. So I don't know. Let's go, guys.
Surveillance here in the streets of the United Kingdom. Your sign says...
Nick Shirley!
Oh, hello.
Oh, goodness. Hello, Nick Shirley.
Nice to meet you. Your sign says, we do not vote for open borders, digital ID, higher taxes, two-tier policing, loss of free speech, pedophiles in politics, higher cost of living, Starmer out, restore Britain.
Yeah.
What's your message to Keir Starmer today?
Keir Starmer's a wonder. Everything in the mandate is backtracked on. He's added things in that wasn't mandated, like digital ID. It doesn't listen to the British public. He's just had a landslide vote, and he still is ignorant.
He needs to go.
He needs to stop branding hard-working Brits as far right. We just want to be heard, and he's ignoring us.
How do you feel about the mass surveillance here of your government?
I feel like if you can do that to your own people, why can't you monitor more closely the people you're letting in who are abusing our women and children?
Fucking exactly.
Who are taking taxpayers' money, who are living better lives than the people who are working really hard in this country, who live here, who are proud of where we are. We don't oppose immigration. We just don't want to have them prioritised above us. We're losing our culture and identity. It's not fair. We've had enough.
And why do you think Keir Starmer and your politicians are calling people out here racist, saying this is pushing division here inside the United Kingdom?
I wish I knew the answer to that question, but I really don't. I ask myself.
We're having internet issues, so the video keeps japping out. It makes it really hard to do a video.
This all the time. All I know is he's not serving the British public, and these numbers prove it.
Tommy, you've done it again.
We've done it.
March.
We're leading a revolution in Britain, right?
From here in the middle of
You had
Whitehall.
your revolution through the election ballot box with Donald Trump. We're having ours right now on the street.
The entire streets of Whitehall all the way to Trafalgar are full of people. And what does this say about the current state of the United Kingdom? What do the British people want?
It says that the public are ready. We're ready, right? We've been asleep for too long.
Ready for what?
We're ready to fight for our country, right? We're ready. And what you're witnessing now is a formation and an organisation.
Tommy Robinson is the man. I don't care what nobody says. He's dope. I love Tommy Robinson.
We're going to spread this through every town and city, and we're getting ready for the Battle of Britain in 2029. Our next election is the most important election in this country's history, because the enemy are no longer invading on the borders where they are, but the enemy's here. They're here. They're here, and they're betraying us.
Why has your government betrayed the people of Great Britain?
They've tried to replace us, just like they did in Minnesota. Why do you think Somalia is the highest place in the world, yeah? They're living in Minnesota. They didn't choose there. They were put there. They were put there. So think what they've done there, and think of what you exposed, and think that they all knew it was happening, but they turned a blind eye.
Yeah, that's my opinion. I think when during the Biden administration, when they were bringing people here, especially on those planes, I believe that this was strategic. This was planned, guys. So just keep that in mind. If I can play.
Well, they turn a blind eye to them raping their way through our country because they're importing voters. They're replacing us. They have 6, 7 kids. We don't. They're bringing people in to replace us that are loyal to them, that want to be dependent on the state. But we don't. The far left have had their revolution, yeah? They've had it. Open borders, breakdown of the family, attacking nationalism, patriotism. They've had it. A successful revolution. You're witnessing today the counter-revolution.
The counter-revolution, civil war come 2029 if nothing happens.
We need to win at the ballot box in 2029. Now, to do that, you have to get the 50% of non-voters. You need to captivate them, electrify them, and give them back that sense of identity and belief that they matter. Today, everyone here knows they matter.
And your message to the rest of the West, for those that aren't here, that don't see what's happening every day here in Britain, what would you say the reality of life is?
The reality of life is women are scared, they can't walk the streets, our daughters are being raped, they've took the safety of our nation. They've imported hostile, violent men into our communities, and then they've tried to smear us as racists or extremists for wanting protection of our women. And to the rest of the West, unite the kingdom, look at that, read that on that side. It says unite the kingdom.
Unite. The British people unite. Do it. Sorry guys, once again, our video's japping.
Unite the West, because this is a Western civilizational problem. They're attacking us.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Saying everyone out here is racist today.
Yeah, no one cares what they say. Right? Look around you. Look at the diversity. This is a lovely crowd, man.
You guys are out here. You're raising up the cross.
Yes.
Starmer's calling people like you guys far right.
Oh, fuck Starmer. He needs to go. There's something dodgy about him.
What's dodgy about Starmer?
Everything. I mean, like, he's a globalist.
And what's the Britain you hope for your children? Your 2 daughters right here.
At this moment in time, the whole country's in dire straits. The government are not putting the British people first. There's no housing. There's no doctor's appointments. There's nothing like that. Yeah. Keir Starmer, I mean, if we were far right, how many people can you spot of all different nationalities here? We've got Iranians, we've got black people, Asian people. Get to fuck, will you, Starmer? Just resign.
Just resign. That's
Resign.
And
Christ is king. I would like to claim refuge in Poland if possible.
Should the rest of Europe be more like Poland?
I think so, yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And with the grooming gangs that took place here in
You've got the grooming. I've got 2 daughters.
Oh yeah, Poland is crazy. Poland is wild, bro. Poland, freaking, they'll shoot you if you try to cross their borders. I think every country in the West needs to be doing that. You try to come across our borders, we kill you. That will stop all illegal immigration, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion.
End of the day, even when I was a child, my younger sister, it happened with these Afghanis. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're having people coming from all different corners of the world that are not brought up with the same morals and same values, there is going to be a clash of cultures. And this is what Starmer isn't listening to. He doesn't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
We're just meant to, like, pipe down, shut up, and just get on with it. No, we're sick of it. Like, this is the revolt. This is the peasants revolting.
And we want to keep our next generation safe for our little girls and our children. We want them to grow up in the country that we grew up in. And at times, diversity is not our strength. Unity is our strength, and that's why we're here today, to unify and say that
100% agree. Diversity is not our strength. Unity is our strength. Well said. Unity, not diversity. Unity, guys. Understand that.
we're not having it anymore.
Starmer is saying that your diversity is your strength. You would say it's not.
No. You go to the other march. That's the diversity side of it. This is unity. This is British people coming together to say we love our country and we want to keep it our country. We don't need all these open borders because it's not the best thing for us.
Right here it says the rape of Britain. Would you say Britain has been raped?
I'd say 100% is rape. This isn't a flag, it's a true story. We've had it under the Conservatives and now Keir Starmer. It's ridiculous what this man's doing.
In what ways has Great Britain been raped? Get him out.
Well, look at the
Yeah, we got it.
All the young girls are being raped on the streets. Throughout the country, it's covered up by Sadiq Khan.
Enough's enough.
Through the government, complete cover-up.
What's your guys' message to Keir Starmer? Wanker.
Keir Starmer's a fucking wanker. Keir Starmer's a wanker. Keir Starmer's a wanker. Keir Starmer's a wanker.
I love it. Well, guys, we're gonna go ahead. We're running out of time, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. If you want to watch the rest of that video, you can check it out on Nick Shirley's X account at Nick Shirley with 2 Y's. You can also check it out on his YouTube and Facebook and all the other places if you want to watch the rest of the video. But I thought it was really interesting. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what's going on in Britain, you know. Plus, yeah, like I said, there's not a lot of news going on, not anything that I find too terribly important anyway as of right now. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow with some more Lone Wolf Show. Hopefully we find some good stories to give you guys and show you guys some information. Anyway, go ahead and smash that like button. As usual, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. That is really the best way that you can support us and the things we do here at the channel. And also, make sure you share the show with all your friends. And you can find us on X and Facebook and all the other places at WolfPack Media 92. And we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.